Góðan daginn, welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and this is my podcast, vlog, chat type of thing where I talk mainly about yarn, about knitting, crocheting, anything fiber related. I call it the Project Pal because I have projects, they are in piles, and I just keep adding to them. Although I am working on getting those piles at least a little bit down, at least a little bit, before starting something new. And on account of being an Icelander here in Iceland, I also talk quite a bit about the weather because it is interesting and it is the biggest influencer around. I also talk about the second biggest influencer, at least here in Iceland, and that would be the volcanoes, because they be volcanoing. Currently, they are behaving themselves. There is not one of them being active. You may notice that I'm a little bit hesitant because I feel like every single time that I open my mouth about them not being active, one of them is going to take that as a challenge. There is still like not quite activity around Grindavík, the town that had to be evacuated. Still evacuated. It's going to be months and months until... I'm not going to say that people will be able to move back, but when it might be safer. Because as it turns out, the ground beneath the town is simply full of old lava and old cracks that in the last activities have been widening and opening up, so that is an increased risk of sinkholes opening up. Last we've heard about the area itself, the volcanic activity, the land is still rising. It's like, I think the number that I saw was like 8 millimeter. I have no idea what that is in inches. I'm trying to... I have my old... Hang on. Then I don't get a double tape measure, so... Well, apart from the fact that that's in the beginning, which is not the best. So... Okay, well, the beginning of tape measure is not the best place to begin, but like, it's up here. It's like, it's tiny, but it's still a measurable amount, meaning that something is still happening, meaning that people are still not allowed to like stay in town because it's too dangerous. There was an emergency meeting, or not an emergency meeting, an update meeting about the town. There's a hair. And the inhabitants are still not allowed to like go in there. I think at least not without accommodation, being accompanied by the personnel. And mainly because there isn't really any water in town. They've got I think they were talking about they got hot water running in order to maintain infrastructure and try and keep damages to buildings and homes to minimum, but there isn't any cold water, meaning, and they made a point of pointing this out, there isn't any cold water, meaning that the bathrooms are not operational. You cannot flush toilets, so not a good situation to be in for a prolonged amount of time. So you can't go to the bathroom if you need to go to town. So that's a thing. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really have a lot to talk about. I did go to Knit Night last Thursday, and it was nice. That was our last last Thursday at the hotel restaurant. Like, honestly, though, the staff there is so nice. They literally treated us like queens and princesses. It was real nice. I think we were like 8 who showed up this time. What's this about the usual amount, usual, yeah, number of people who show up? It was definitely something that I needed. And honestly, I would have needed it again on Friday because Friday was difficult at work. So yeah, I mentioned before, along with a lot of other people, I have depression and anxiety and this very annoying phobia, which is I am scared of other people. At least I'm able to manage it, and I've gotten to a really good point where not only am I able to like meet people and interact with them and actually enjoy doing so, meeting a lot of people, which is way above on speaking my comfort sometimes. But also I'm able to like put my face on the internet, so that is big victory. But Friday was very difficult. There was a lot of people, and unfortunately, I had to spend way too much time on register, meaning that I didn't really get any time to relax and decompress. So that was not nice. And I know I'm smiling because I'm doing better right now. Friday was not my favorite day. But yeah, my social battery was in the minus basically. So I was very happy when I managed to get home, and I'm really happy that nowadays I quit work at 4 instead of 5, so I'm working 8 to 4 instead of 8 to 5 like I used to. That's just not for me. It's just way too long being around people. Like, I like people, but when my battery runs out, I'm just like, I love you, but I also hate you, and I don't like that. Anyway, I want to show you my progress. What are you doing? Thank you. On the cute little Afghan. Hey! I got a little bit more done. You know, it's kind of might remind me of watermelon as well. So this is originally was meant to be like a cute little Afghan to throw on a chair in the staircase where I live. Staircase where that sounds like I live on the staircase. I can build sentences. But yeah, I was gonna make because I always keep thinking that I have all the time and all the energy and all the nana in the world to do things, and I'm like, apparently I just don't know myself. I was gonna start this and finish before Christmas. I work in a convenience store. That obviously that did not happen. Honestly, this just looks so nice. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. So instead, it's just my current project to bring with me to Knit Nights. And I like it. It's one of these super simple patterns that you can just pick up and go. And you can like talk with people and share stories, and you don't really need to think too much. And I love that. Hang on. I had to count. I love that when I'm working on something and meeting with people and needing, to like 2 things at the same time. This is very relaxing when you only need to do 2 things at the same time instead of doing like 4 or 5 things and run around and help people and answer the same question that you've been answering for 18 years when the same person asks you 2 to 5 times a week for the past 18 years. Same person. I generally I'm not surprised why I sometimes get very, very tired. It's just, yeah. But yeah, so so easy to pick up again, and I really like working on it. I have made zero progress on anything else. It's been like kind of weak, so that's a bit of a disappointment, but at the same time, it is what it is. Still thinking, because I like to try and plan ahead just what it is that I want to do next when I finish this blanket, and what I want to bring with me to knit nights. Because honestly, I should bring the green jumper and finish that, because I only need to do the sleeves, and that is another project that, again, I need to finish. I need to condition myself that finishing things is just as much fun as it is to start things, because as it is, I really, really, really like starting things and working on things, but finishing things is a whole other thing. But yeah, that is like, the green jumper is something that I need to finish. I really would like to, work on a hat, because it is super simple. What did I do here? Oh, it just looks weird. Yeah, the hat, it is really, really simple. Again, like most things are, because I'm not at the point of my progress where I like complicated things. It's just, no. I have a full-time job, I have other hobbies, and I just do not have the current brain power to focus on anything that is basically more complicated than just, yarn over and basically simple things like that. And one thing that I've been doing, not knitting or crochet related, is that I've accidentally been tidying up a little bit. There's a little backstory to that. So years and years ago, I went through this subscription phase where I really, really liked trying out like subscription boxes. It's a whole thing on the internet, YouTube in particular. And one of those I tested out was the Morphe makeup brush subscription box. It was nice enough. I mean, at the time I thought it was fantastic. Getting all these makeup brushes for basically cheap, considering the prices here in Iceland. And they look nice. And I don't know, I think it's more like the addictive, the addiction of getting something new every month. So I ended up with a huge collection of makeup brushes that I didn't really use, because I always fall back on the same ones that I would just clean and keep using. So I got these really nice little, like, organization storage bins, like these small ones that I also have exact same one under for my knitting and crochet hooks. That one is right there. I got another one for my sewing notions. That one's right there. Another one for my water paints that I still haven't tested out because too many hobbies. That one's right there. You notice how I know exactly where those 3 others are? Yeah, I have no idea where I put the makeup brushes. I remember that, I feel like it wasn't that long ago that I was tidying up in my room, and I know that I had the plan to put those 2 boxes somewhere that it wouldn't be too difficult for me to get to them. I have no idea where I put them. I know where I have not put them, and that's where accidentally cleaning up goes. Because there was basically a dirty corner in the bathroom that I was always like, yeah, I know where it was in that. And I'm like thinking this morning, maybe I put them there. Spoiler alert, no. But I did tidy that corner up, so now I know exactly what's in there. And I've emptied out some of the things that needed to go. So that's a plus. But I still don't know where my way too many makeup brushes went, because good lord, where did I put them? I know where my yarn is. So at least I got my priorities straight, but I have no idea where I put my makeup brushes. So that's, I mean, what's the space for the next like months? What's me this summer being all like, yeah, guess where they were? Because that's just typical. Very typical. But yeah, I think that would be enough for me this weekend. I've done a little bit of crocheting. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna stress over the makeup brushes because they're not top priority. I would like to know where I put them so I can find them and actually put them where I might be able to actually use them, because that was kind of the whole point of getting them all that time ago. I'm not going to tell you how long, because that's just not here. And yeah, I kind of just want to continue working on this blanket right now, because that's another thing that I really, really want to finish. Like, also, it's a lot of fun to work on. So simple, it's nice. I also have so many books that I want to be reading, but I cannot focus because I'm getting fixated on the makeup process. But yeah, still, life is pretty good. Yeah, Friday kind of sucked. That was like a single hour. Yeah, about an hour of the day that just sucked. But every single hour, and I'm kind of not joking, I don't think I'm exaggerating, but pretty much every single other hour. Fantastic. It was fine. It was lovely. A lot of nice people. Just that 1 hour that was like, eh. As for the weather, I was going to tell you a little bit about the weather. It's literally been up and down, up and down. Like, we literally had higher temperatures than usual. And we've had not quite as cold temperatures as it was Friday the last, when I had to stay at home. So that's a positive. But it's like literally either hot or cold. It's either snowing or raining or sleeting, and it's like, it's that season. But yeah, I'm gonna go edit this video, get it out, say hi to you guys, and probably try and crochet a little bit, watch some videos. Try not to focus too much on the makeup brushes, because good lord, when I don't know where I put something that I'm pretty certain that I put somewhere in a good spot, and then not being able to find it, I'm like, why? But at least I know where they're not, so that's a positive. And I did clean out a dirty corner that I didn't realize was that dirty. So that's a positive. There's always more positives than negatives. So, like usual, why did I do that? Why did I put my fingers in my mouth? But yeah, like usual, I am done. I'm done with myself this week. But yeah, I will try and remember to let you know if anything happens with the volcanoes. Other than that, I will see you again next weekend, and hopefully everything will just be fine. And we'll see if I remember about the makeup brushes. Probably not, but who cares? Anyway, I hope life is as good to you as it possibly can be, hopefully better. And until next, take care, okay? See ya. Bless, bless.